Hello, beautiful learners. Welcome to another IELTS listening practice test. And as you can see, we are going to practice IELTS listening practice test 11. In this session, we are going to practice with answers and proper explanation for achieving Band 9 score. Okay, but before going to start our class, I just need a few seconds to check out the sound quality, whether everything is good. Okay, just wait a few seconds, then I will start the class. Okay, I hope you can see my screen and you can hear me also. Now we are going to start our class. Okay. So uh, as I'm already mentioned that today is our day number 11 and we're going to practice test 11. I hope you are enjoying the classes and you're getting uh, benefited by watching this lesson. Okay, so let's start our class and let's listen first some instruction. Okay.
Section 1. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 through 5. Now we begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, as the recording is not played twice. Listen carefully to the conversation and answer questions 1 to 5.
Okay, I hope you can hear everything clearly and you can see everything properly. Okay, so here's the instruction for us: no more than 3 words and or a number for each answer. Okay, and architecture 21 conform. We are going to listen for question number 1, and keyword for this question is conference dates. Okay, keep it in mind that we are not allowed to more than 3 words. Okay, as they mentioned here it. So let's listen it.
School of Architecture, Professor Bert's office.
Oh, good morning. I was wondering if you could give me some information about the forthcoming Architecture 21 conference. Dates, enrollment procedures, costs, that sort of thing.
Well, the conference runs from the 18th to the 20th of October.
18th to the 20th of October.
Okay, I hope you got the answer, because she was saying that the conference runs from the 18th to the 20th of October. So what do you think the answer would be, as we are allowed to know more than 3 words, but we can write here 3 words and or a number. Okay, so what do you think that we should answer? We should write it 18th 18th to 20th October. Okay, October. Okay, so be careful, we didn't write here more than, we didn't here write here no more than 3 words, but we write here 3 words, 1 word you can say, and it's a second word and it's a third word. Okay, and now we're going to listen for question number 2, and keyword for this question is conference venue. Okay, let's listen it.
Oh, good. I'll still be here then. And, where exactly is it being held? Is it at the university, as in previous years?
No, it's actually being held at the Pacific Hotel. We've rather outgrown the university conference facilities, so we've opted for this new venue.
Right.
I hope you got the answer. The answer would be the Pacific Hotel, but don't be confused. As the person was saying that uh, as he was asking that where exactly is it being held? Is it at the university as in previous years? So don't be confused with university, because he was just asking whether it's going to be held in university or not. But the girl was confirming that no, it's actually being held at the Pacific Hotel. So the answer would be Pacific Hotel. Okay, don't be confused with university as you heard it. Okay, so the answer would be the Pacific Hotel. The Pacific Hotel, Hotel. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 3, and the keyword for this question is reservation phone number. Okay, let's highlight it and listen it.
Paradise Hotel.
No, the Pacific, that's PACIFIC.
Okay, they are he was the person was repeating the question again by saying wrong information. He was saying that Paradise Hotel. So the you should be what should I say, you should be you should have enough confidence to listen the exact answer, because he was also saying that after the girl was giving the answer, but he was maybe he didn't hear it properly. That's why he was asking that, oh, Paradise Hotel. Okay, but don't confused Paradise Hotel or university by, as you also heard it from the person. But and the girl again confirmed that no, it's Pacific Hotel, and she was spelling that word. Okay, so sometimes they spell the word or not, but you have to write the correct word. Okay, okay. Listen for question number 3, and keyword for this question is reservation phone number. Okay, let's listen it.
Oh, right. And presumably we can get accommodation at the hotel?
Yes, but you'll need to contact them direct to arrange that. I'll give you the number for hotel reservations. Have you got a pen ready?
Yes, go ahead.
It's area code 07 and then 9333 2266.
And what's the registration fee?
Okay, I hope you got the answer. She was saying that it's an area code 07 07 uh, 0793333. Then and then she was saying that 2266. Okay, maybe he said 333. Okay, that's why I write it 333. Okay, but whatever you listen or whatever you heard, okay, but you have to write the correct answer. you can hear or listen a lot of information, but you have to write the exact answer or exact information. Okay, you don't need to be confused with the random answer or they're talking. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 4. Keyword for this question is student rate per day. Let's highlight it.
$266.
And what's the registration fee?
Individual fees are $300 for the 3 days, or $120 a day if you only want to attend for 1 day.
Are there any student concessions?
There's a 50% concession for students, so that's $150 for the 3 days, or $60 a day.
$60 a day. $60. So the answer would be $60. D-O. You can also just write it 60, but you can also write it dollar. D-O-L-L-A-R-S. Okay, now I'm going to explain the whole their conversation, because she was saying that individual fees are 300 for the 3 days, or $120 for a day if you only want to attend for 1 day. And the person was saying that are there any student concessions, I mean like a discount or something else. Okay, and the lady was saying that there is a 50% concession for students, so that's 150 for the 3 days, or 60 a day. So you heard, I think, a lot of information, a lot of number, but you have to write the exact answer that I did already. Okay, you heard maybe about $300 or $100, $120, and $150, but you have to write the correct answer as I already write it on the um, uh, blank. Okay, the $60. Now we're going to listen it for question number 5. Contact person. Contact person. Okay, let's listen it.
And am I too late to offer to give a talk?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you've missed the deadline for that.
Oh, really? But I've only just arrived here in Australia. Is there any way I could have a paper accepted?
Well, you'd need to talk to Professor Burt, the conference organiser. I can put you through if you like.
That'd be great. Oh, and can I just check the spelling of his name? Is that B-U-R-T?
Yes, that's correct.
You have some time to look.
Okay, here she was saying that you have to talk to Professor Burt. Okay, but I think you have to write the full answer, because okay, just first you need to write professor. We just need to listen the spelling. Okay,
U-R-T. Can I just check the spelling of his name? Is that B-U-R-T?
Yes, that's correct.
okay, I hope you got the right answer, but he was just spelling the word, but he didn't spell the professor, because they know it's a simple word and you can write it easily. Okay, that's why they didn't spell the word as it's like you heard this word and you have to write the word. Okay, so if you write just a bird as they just spell the word, so I think the answer would be incorrect. Okay, so that's why you have to write the whole answer, because if you ask me how can I write these two words, because I just heard just a word, so how can I write the also professor here? Okay, Oh no. So I have to say regarding this that you have to understand their conversation, okay, first. So how can you understand their conversation completely? I would say that you have to practice more and more time. You have to practice a lot of time. You have to practice one conversation or one what should I say, one practice stage a lot of time, and then after that I hope you will be able to understand everything whatever they are saying, okay. So maybe I am talking too much, so let's start our next, okay. Now we're going to listen for question number 6. So keyword for this question is closing date for talks, okay. We are going to listen maybe a date as it's a we can assume by uh, keyword on the sentence, okay. Let's move on.
You have some time.
Oh, hello. My name's John Helston. I'm an architecture student at London University. I'm here in Australia for 3 months, looking at energy-saving house designs.
Right.
I'm interested in giving a talk on my research at the conference, but I believe I may have missed the deadline.
Well, strictly speaking, you have. The closing date was last Friday.
Oh, no.
But we may be able to include your paper.
Okay, I hope you got the answer already, because the professor was saying as the last the closing day was last Friday, okay. So the answer would be last Friday, or I Friday, L-Y, Friday, okay, last Friday. Now we're going to listen for question number 7. uh, Summary should have, let's listen it.
If it fits into our program. But you'll have to be quick.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Send me a summary of your talk. And make sure you include an interesting title for the talk.
Okay, yeah, the professor was saying send me a summary of note and make sure you include a interesting title. So the answer would be an interesting title, okay. And in T E R interesting title, T-I-T, interesting title, okay. Now we're going to listen for question number 8, maximum lengths. Let's listen it.
Something to attract people's attention.
Okay, interesting title. Right. I'm looking at ways of designing buildings for tropical climates that don't rely on the need to include air conditioning. So I'm sure I can come up with something.
Yes, quite. But remember, the outline should be no more than 300 words.
Right. I'll try to keep it down to 3.
I hope you all got the answer, because the professor was saying but remember, the outline should be no more than 300 words. So the answer would be 300 words, okay. Words, W-O-R-D-S, words, okay. It's okay. Okay, let me check the live is going on properly. I hope there is a problem, because I got a notification from my live stream. Just give me a few seconds to recheck the live whether it's going on properly or not. Okay, I'm sorry. I checked it and I confirmed that it's going on properly. So let's move on. So also send me, it's a keyword for question number 9. Let's listen it.
300 words, but would 400 be okay?
No, not really, because we have to print it in the proceedings and we just don't have the space.
Sure.
Okay, don't be confused because the student was saying whether should I write it 300 words or 400 would be okay, and the professor was no, we have to print it, so you don't need to write more than 300 words. Okay, so you heard, I think you heard it that 300 word and also 400 words. So don't be confused. The correct answer would be only 300 words. Okay, let's listen.
I understand.
And also, can you send me a short CV? The usual stuff, no?
Okay, the professor was saying that can you send me a short CV also. So let's listen it more.
Age, qualifications, that sort of thing?
Right.
Okay, the answer would be short CV because the professor was asking for that. So we can share, we can yeah, you can write it. We can write here brief CV or we can write short CV. Short CV. CB, okay? The answer would be short CB. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 10. So here for this question is email address. Okay, let's listen it.
Okay. Short CV.
Actually, you can email it to me. That'd be quicker.
Sure. What's your email address?
Well, the best thing would be to send it to the conference administrative officer at info, that's INFO, at uniconf.edu.au.
Right.
Okay, I hope you got the answer because the professor was spelling the word I and FO at uniconf dot edu dot au. Okay, so that's all about part 1. Now we're going to practice with part 3.
And
Okay,
answer questions.
so here's another instruction for us: no more than 4 words. Okay, we are going to write we're allowed to write here 4 words, so no more than four words number for each answer. Okay, so we can write here 4 words. Okay, let's hear. So first we are okay, so we are going to listen for question number 11 right now. So the keyword for this question, what should I select? Okay, uh, the house was built between blah blah. Let's listen.
Questions 11 to 15.
Old house. My staff and I will do all that we can to ensure that your stay here at Apsley House is both informative and relaxing. If you look at the schedule I've prepared, you will see that we have planned a number of different activities for you. But what I'd like to do today is to introduce the house to you. So let's first deal with the history of the house. Apsley House is known as one of the finest houses in England. It was originally designed and constructed by the Scottish-born architect Robert Adam between the years 1771 and 1778.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. He was saying that house was uh, the house was built in between the year 1771 and 1778. So the answer would be 1771 and 1778. Okay, so that's the answer. Now we're going to listen for question number 12. So keyword for this question, what should I select? It was originally constructed as a constructed as
And from day one was the office of the Duke of Wellington. Back then, it was a private house, but in 1987, Duke of Wellington and Scottish-born architect Robert Adam between the years 1771 and 1778, and from day one was the office of the Duke of Wellington. Back then, it was a private house, but in 1987, it opened to the public for the first time. The Duke of Wellington was an...
Okay, he was saying that and from day one was the office of the Duke of Wellington. Okay, back then it was a private house, but in 1987 it opened to the public for first time. So what do you think the answer would be? The answer would be D, because he was saying that uh, from day one, from day one, was the office of the Duke of. Okay, so the answer would be office. Now we're going to listen for question number 13 to 15. So is the instruction for us no more than no more than 4 words for each answer. Okay, we are allowed to write maximum 4 words here. Okay, so keyword for this question would be, let's check. The house contains art from, let's listen it.
an avid collector of art. And if you look to the room to your left, the Duke of Wellington was an avid collector of art. And if you look to the room to your left, can everyone see that all right? Yes? Good. You will see a rather large art gallery. The viewing gallery is 90 feet long and houses a wide range of art from all over Europe. Until recently, the gallery was closed to the public, but I'm pleased to say that it is now open and you are free to visit anytime you wish.
Okay, I hope you got the answer, because the person was saying how's a wide range of art from all over Europe. So the answer would be global, no, Europa, all over Europe, EU, Europe. Okay. Now we're going to listen for question number 14. Okay. So keyword for this question, what should I select? Until recently, the art gallery was
If you take a look at the day that it is now open, the gallery was closed to the public, but I'm pleased to say that it is now open and you are free to visit anytime you wish. If you take a look at the schedule, you will see that I'll be talking to you about the gallery tomorrow after breakfast. So if you're interested in you are free. The gallery was closed to a wide range of art from all over Europe. Until recently, the gallery was closed to the public, but I'm pleased to say that it is now open and you are free to visit anytime you wish.
okay. The person was saying that house was sorry, was saying that until recently the gallery was closed to public. So the answer would be closed to public. Close to public. Okay. Now we're going to listen for question number 15. Tomorrow's talk will be on.
But I'm pleased to say, until recently, the gallery was closed to the public, but I'm pleased to say that it is now open and you are free to visit anytime you wish. If you take a look at the schedule, you will see that I'll be talking to you about the gallery tomorrow after breakfast. So if you're interested in art, please be here by 9 o'clock for the talk.
Okay, the person was saying that the person was saying that if you take a look at the schedule, you will see that I will be talking on you about the gallery tomorrow after breakfast. So the talk will be on the art gallery. Well, oh no, gallery. The talk will be on art gallery. So he was he was talking about the art gallery. Okay, that's why the answer would be art gallery. Now we're going to listen for question number 16 to 20. And so there is another instruction for us. No more than 4 words for each answer. Okay. So breakfast is served in the cafeteria or blah blah. Let's listen it.
Now listen to the rest of the
This room here, to your right, is the cafeteria. Breakfast is served from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., although you can request breakfast in your room if you prefer.
Okay, I hope you already heard the answer, because he was saying that breakfast was saying that the room here you are right now is cafeteria. Breakfast is served from 7:30 to 8:30 and although you can request breakfast in your room if you prefer. So what should you think the answer would be? The answer would be already he was mentioning cafeteria, but he also mentioning the room. So the answer would be your room. Okay, your room. Now we're going to listen it for question number 17. So let's listen it. You can choose between an English breakfast or
The dining hall serves a traditional English breakfast, although vegetarian food is available on request.
Okay, he was saying that the dining hall serves a traditional English breakfast, although vegetarian food is available on request. So the answer would be vegetarian food. So the answer would be vegetarian food. Vegetarian food. Okay. Now we are going to listen it for question number 18. A car park was built because of an increase in. So car park was built because of an increase in. Let's listen it.
Just let the kitchen staff know of the previous evening. Outside, you will find a magnificent garden. A section of the garden was converted into a car park in 1990 to make way for the growing number of visitors.
Okay, I hope you heard the answer, but you didn't listen increase. Okay, you didn't listen the word increase, but you heard, I think, The growing number of visitor. So growing number of visitor and increase in visitor are the same. So the answer would be okay. The answer would be visitors. Okay, visitors. Okay, so yes, it's a tricky. I think for some people who are who are beginner. Okay, so don't worry, just keep practicing, and then I hope you will be able to write every all answer. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 19. The keyword for this question, what should I select? The garden contains many. So keyword for this question, garden contains many blah blah. Let's listen it.
Nevertheless, much of it remains, and is an ideal place for you to wander and enjoy the peace and quiet, or simply sit and read. There are a lot of animals in the garden, including birds, squirrels, rabbits, oh, and not to forget Felix the cat.
Did you got the answer? Because the person was saying there are a lot of animals in the garden, and also she was saying that including birds and rabbits and so on. Maybe she was talking about it. Okay, so the answer would be animals. Okay, animals. Don't write. Don't need to write the animal's name. You can write. You should write just the word animals. Okay. So the answer would be only animals. Now we're going to listen it for question number 20. So let's find out some keyword for this question. Okay, the animals at Apsley house are all. So animals at Apsley are all. Okay, animals are all. Let's listen it.
Now don't be alarmed if the animals come up to you. They are used to people and very friendly. Anyway, dinner will be served at 7, so in the meantime, please feel free to simply wander and enjoy the hospitality Apsley House has to offer.
That is
And enjoy dinner. They are used to people. Now don't be alarmed if the animals come up to you. They are used to people and very friendly.
Okay, he was saying that the animal are. He was saying that now don't be afraid, don't be alarmed, or don't be afraid, whatever you think. He was saying that don't be alarmed if the animals come up to you. Okay, and it means you don't need to be scared. Okay, because the animals are used to are very friendly. So the answer would be very friendly. E-N-D, friendly. Oh no, I got a mistake. F-R-I-E-N-D-L-Y, friendly. Okay, very friendly. Okay, so we are done for part 2 also. Now we're going to start with part 3. Okay, so
Now listen carefully.
okay, now we're going to listen for question number 21. So before going to start it, so let's find out some keyword for this question. Okay, which college does Chris suggest would be best? Okay, so keyword college would be best. Okay. Which college would be best? Let's listen it.
For your finals in the library.
Yeah, well, I decided it was time for a break. I really wasn't being very productive, so thought I'd come and have a coffee and some fresh air to see if that'd help. What are you doing with all those prospectuses?
Well, I'm trying to decide which university to apply to for my MA in music. The choice is really overwhelming.
Well, that certainly is a big pile of prospectuses. Maybe talking about it will help you at least narrow it down. I've got some time, and to be honest, it'll be a welcome distraction from my dissertation.
Great! Thanks, Chris. So far, the universities that appeal the most are the Academy in London, Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music, and the Henry Music Institute, which is also in London.
I'm not an expert, but wouldn't the Henry Music Institute be the best, as it's the one that everyone's heard of?
Well,
Okay. So Chris is a boy, and he was suggesting that I'm not expert, but wouldn't the Henry Music Institute be best? So we are going to just listen it for his suggest, and we listen it that he suggests for the Henry Music Institute. So the answer would be B. We don't need to listen the ladies conversation, okay, or his hard talk. Just need to listen for the man talks, okay. Okay. The time is up. Okay, just give me a few seconds to re-click each answer again. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm done. Huh? Okay, now we're going to listen it for question number 22. So let's find out some cue for this question. Okay. What entry requirements are common to all the colleagues? Entry requirements to all colleagues. Let's listen it.
Section 1. First you have...
Okay.
Now listen. Yeah,
right.
the big piece, narrow it down. Distraction.
So far, Leeds Conservatory of London.
I'm not an ex, the one that everyone's.
Conservatory of Contemporary Music is also pretty famous. And although the Academy in London is less well known, they've got some excellent modules on offer.
But still, it's always good to have a well-known name on your CV. Even if Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music and the Academy in London are good, what about the entry requirements? That might help you to make a decision.
Well, funny you should say that, as I was just looking at them. The Academy in London requires an audition, as does the Henry Music Institute.
Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music doesn't?
No, they want candidates to compose a piece of music instead, before attending an interview.
Don't the others require you to do that? Compose, that.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. But some people may be confused with the answer because they're talking about an audition also. Okay, so also let me explain it so that you can understand it betterly. Okay, the lady was saying that the others ask you to write an assignment studying starting why you want to join the course first of all. But if I pass the stage, then I also have to attend a face-to-face interview, okay, like the other two places with the head of school. So so here there is no assignment, okay, but they also talk about assignment. But after that, she was saying that you are, after passing the assessment or assignment, whatever you think, and she was saying that you have to take a you have to attend a face-to-face interview. So the answer would be an interview here, as we heard it from her. Okay, now we're going to listen it for question number 23. How much does the course how much does the course at Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music cost? So how much? Music course. Let's listen it.
No, the others ask you to write an assignment stating why you want to join the course first of all. But if I pass that stage, then I'll also have to attend a face-to-face interview, like the other two places, with the head of school. Assuming that goes okay, then I'll be accepted onto the course.
Right. Sounds tough.
I know, but I suppose it's for a master's degree, so I wasn't expecting it to be easy.
What about the fees? Are they all the same?
Well, surprisingly, the fee structures are very different.
Why's that?
I really don't know. But, for example, the Henry Music Institute is the most expensive, at £8,000 a year. Next comes the Academy in London, and the cheapest is Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music.
How much are they exactly?
Well, for a full-time course lasting 1 year, it's £7,000 at the Academy in London and £6,000 at Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music.
Okay.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. The last of their conversation, she was saying that, and £6,000 at Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music. So, in the last of their conversation, she mentioned for the late Conservatory of Music, Conservatory of Contemporary Music cost. Okay, that's why the answer would be 6,000. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 24. Okay, what other expenses are payable to the colleges? Other expenses to the college. Let's listen it.
Well, what other expenses do you have to take into consideration? Like train fares, for example. If you're going to be travelling home and back during the holidays, that's got to be a factor.
I'm not worried about that. Though insurance is an added cost, as I'll need to make sure my instrument is covered. However, all of them require me to send in a cheque for the charges for applying.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. She was saying that, however, all of them require me to send in check from the charge of applying before they will process my application. sorry, I'm application. So the answer would be option A, because she was saying that, however, all of them require me to send and check for the just for applying before they will process my application. Okay, let's listen one more time.
However, all of them require me to send in a check for the charges for applying before they'll process my application.
Okay, I hope you got the answer right now. Okay, she was saying that before my application, so the answer would be application. Okay, now we're going to listen it for question number 25. Okay, let's find out some keywords for this question. Okay, when is the deadline for Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music? So now we are going to listen for deadline for Leeds music. Let's listen it.
Is that normal?
Apparently.
Can I have a look?
Yes, of course. Here you are. What is it?
Well, I think you might have a problem.
Why? What is it?
Well, it says here that the deadline is January the 9th. That's next week.
Where? Let me see. Oh, you're right. Which prospectus is this?
The Henry Music Institute.
Oh no. What am I going to do?
Make your decision now.
Is the closing date the same for all of them?
Let's check. Look here. Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music is on the 19th, but the Academy in London isn't until the 30th of this month.
Okay, don't be confused, because they were talking about a lot of date. So, but you have to listen the correct was, because she was saying that. Let's check. Look here. Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music is on the 19th. Okay, 19th. But so, and also he was talking about the Academy in London is not until the 30th of this month. So they're talking about January month. Okay, so don't be confused with their others are talking. Just you need to listen the exact word. Okay, I hope you heard it properly. So now we're going to listen it for question 26 to 30. So choose five answers from the box and write the correct letter A to Z next to questions 26 to 30. Okay, facilities. What are the facilities? Let's read it. Large gardens, multiple sites, practice room, recording studio, research facility, student canteen, G, technology suite and technology suite. Okay, oh, it's maybe they're typing mistake. It's two time. Okay, and now we're going to listen it for. Okay, let's also read this. Northdown College, the Academy in London, Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music, the Henry Music Institute, the James Academy of Music. Okay, let's listen it.
Okay.
Before you hear the 26 to 30.
Right. Now, apart from those three colleges, I also wanted to have a quick flick through Northdown colleges and the one from the James Academy of Music.
Look, here it is. Facilities at North Down College.
What does it say?
Well, it has a library with a dedicated historical research section that's world famous.
Okay, I hope you got the answer because the person was saying it has a library with dedicated historical research section that's world famous. So what should I write or what should I select for the correct answer? What do you think? Okay, as he was saying that it has a library with a dedicated historical research section. So let's check why is research section library. No, there is no, they don't we can't find the library here, but we can research facility. Okay, so the answer would be option E, I think. Okay, let's listen for the next question. The Academy in London.
That's all very interesting, but it's not going to make me go there.
Okay. The Academy in London has 4 campuses all around central London. They all have large common rooms, and there's one 24-hour cafeteria at the biggest site.
That's nice, but for me, the most important thing is somewhere to practice.
Yes, of course.
Right, now...
Did you got the answer? Because they're saying that the Academy in London, actually the person was saying that Academy in London has 4 campuses all around central London. They all have a large common rooms, and there's one 24 hours cafeteria. That means there is a cafeteria at the biggest site. So what do you think the answer should be? So large garden, multiple sites, okay, practice room, recording studio, research facility, student. Okay, he was he was saying that the Academy in London has 4 campuses all around central London. They all have large common rooms, and there's one 24-hour cafeteria at the biggest site. So they're talking about a lot of things. I think it's a multiple site would be the answer. Okay, the answer would be multiple sites because it has a lot of thing as he was saying that it has a large common room and a cafeteria. Okay, so it's the answer. Now we are going to listen for question number 28. Lead Conservatory of Contemporary Music. Let's listen it.
Now, where did I see it? Okay, here it is. Look, now this is good. Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music has over 100 teaching and practice studios. What a luxury! Here there are only 10.
Okay. What do you think the answer should be? She was saying that I'm confused. Let's listen one more time.
And practice conservatory. Look, now this is good. Leeds Conservatory of Contemporary Music has over 100 teaching and practice studios. What a luxury! Here there are only 10, and it's really difficult to find one empty. So I often have...
Okay, the answer would be C. practice room, because she was saying that lead conservatory of contemporary music has over 100 teaching and practice studios. So don't be confused with studio here. So she was saying practiced. She was saying that there is a practice rooms. Practice room. So the answer would be practice room and option C. Now we're going to listen it for question number 29. The Henry Music Institute. Let's listen it.
After to play in the gardens.
Oh dear.
Anyway, that's the past, and this place looks great.
Well, what about the Henry Music Institute? Look, there's a new suite with the latest that technology has to offer, and a small museum dedicated to the history of music. That's really impressive.
I don't think I'm really that interested in using computers while making music, so that's...
Okay. He was saying that the Henry Music Institute, look, there is a new suite with the largest that technology has to offer, a small museum to dedicated to the history of the music. That's really impressive. So the answer would be G, technology suite. Okay, and now we're going to listen for question number 30. The James Academy of Music. Let's listen it.
It's not a selling point, really. But look, this place is interesting. The James Academy of Music. It comes recommended by lots of people in the music industry. And all of its courses have a business element, as well as having a professional studio for recording albums.
Wow, that sounds really cutting edge.
Okay, I hope you got the answer. The answer would be D, recording studio. Okay, because the lady was saying, that James Academy of Music, it comes recommended by lots of people in the music industry, and all of its courses have a business element, though, as well as having a professional studio for recording album. So the answer would be recording studio. Okay, now we're going that's all about our part 3. Now we are going to listen for part 4, which belongs question number 31 to 40. Okay, so here's the first instruction for us. So no more than 2 words and a number for each answer. Okay, the health benefits of art and music. Let's listen it. According to the speaker, art and music can benefit parents emotional. Art and music benefit parents emotional. Let's listen it.
Now listen carefully. On the history of music and art, we'll be listening to Michael's presentation on how music and art are being used to help with the healing process in the 21st century. Michael, are you ready to begin?
Yes, I think so. Thanks, Professor. Right, good morning, all. As Professor McKinley just stated, I've been doing some research into the healing powers of art and music, and I'd like to present my findings to you today. I intend to demonstrate the positive effects of music and art on patients' emotional, social, as well as physical well-being.
Okay, emotional, social, and physical. So emotional is here already, and physical is also here. So there is missing of social. So the answer would be social. Social. Okay. social. Now we're going to listen it for question number 32. So Florence, okay, Florence Nightingale first noted the improvements in the year. Okay, improvement in the year. Let's listen it.
Let's begin by going back in time to the most famous of nurses, Florence Nightingale. Way back in 1860, Florence Nightingale wrote in her notes on nursing that brightly coloured flowers and art helped her patients to recover more quickly. Although her comments were viewed with scepticism at the time, she was, we believe, the first of many health professionals to state this. Over the following years, there were many other studies that tried to prove that a link between art.
Okay, let's listen it one more time.
Way back in 18th famous of nurses, Florence Nightingale. Way back in to the most famous of nurses, Florence Nightingale. Way back in 1860, Florence Nightingale wrote in her notes on nursing that brightly coloured flowers and art helped her patients to recover more quickly.
Okay, the answer would be 1860 because he was mentioning the date at the very beginning of his talk, because he was saying that way back in 19 Florence Nightingale wrote in her notes on nursing that brightly colored flowers. Okay, so the answer would be 1860. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 33. The results of many studies did not prove a link between health and art, as they are roughly blah blah. Let's highlight some keyword for this question. Approved. Link between health and art, they are link health art, they are rarely. Let's listen it.
Although her comments were viewed with scepticism at the time, she was, we believe, the first of many health professionals to state this. Over the following years, there were many other studies that tried to prove that a link between art, music, and health exists, but very few of them were strictly controlled, so the results were variable and therefore unreliable.
Okay, I hope you got the answer, because he was saying that a link between art, music, and health exists, but very few of them were strictly controlled. So the answer would be strictly controlled. STR strict strictly controlled controlled. Okay, I hope I have written it properly, strictly. Okay, now let's listen for question number 34. Sorry, the American study looked at the effects of architecture on parents. American study effects parents something blah blah.
reliable. However, one American study was different. In the 1980s, some research took place into the effects of architecture on the recovery time of 46 patients who were in hospital for a gallbladder operation. Half of
Okay, he was saying that effect of our architecture on the recovery time of 60 sorry, he was saying maybe 46 patients who are in hospital for a gallbladder operation. So the answer would be I'm confused. Let's listen one more time.
patients of architecture on the recovery time of 46 patients.
Okay, the answer would be recovery time of say 46 patient. Okay, so the answer would be recovery time. Recovery recovery time TIM recovery time. Okay, now we're going to listen it for question number 35. Let's listen it. Okay, so before we need to find some code for this question. The patient who were in a ward with a blah blah or in the blah blah were not hospital in the hospital, not in hospital for long. Okay, let's listen it.
Who were in hospital for a gallbladder operation. Of 46 patients who were in hospital for a gallbladder operation. Half of the patients were kept in hospital wards with windows overlooking some trees. The other half were left in rooms that faced onto a brick wall. It was found that the ones with a nice view left hospital a day earlier and needed fewer painkillers. This study was groundbreaking, as it was the first that used controlled.
I hope you all got the answer, because you were saying that it was found that the ones who, sorry, the ones with a nice view left hospital a day earlier and needed few pure painkillers. So the answer would be nice view. Okay, wait a minute. Nice B I view, because he was saying that it was found that the ones with a nice view left hospital a day. Okay, so nice view would be the answer. Now we're going to listen for question number 36 to 40. So here's the instruction for us: no more than 3 words for each answer. Okay, so here's the type of patient, type of art or music, effect on patients, other improvements. Okay, let's listen for first one. Unborn babies. Okay, let's listen it for question number 36.
Now I'd like to bring you up to on 3 very different types of patient. The first monitored the health of unborn babies. In the study which took place at a hospital in London, babies were played live music and their heart rate.
Babies would, he was saying that babies were played live music. So the answer would be live music. Okay, LIVE, live music. Sorry, music. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 37. Cancer patient. Okay, let's listen it. And okay, now we're going to listen 2 questions in a row. So there will be about cancer patient. We're going to cancer patient a type of music and effect on patient. Okay, so let's listen to question in a row.
Rates were monitored. A healthy baby's heart would beat around 110 to 160 times a minute, but researchers found that their heart rate increased by up to 15 beats a minute on average without the mother's pulse changing. This is a good sign that the baby is healthy. In addition, the mothers that took part in the survey also said they felt more relaxed. Another study looked at cancer patients who were visiting as day patients to receive their chemotherapy treatments. They were treated in a room that had artistic pictures hanging on the wall.
The answer would be artistic picture. Okay, as we heard it, the answer would be artistic. ART TIS artistic picture PICTURES pictures. Okay, artistic picture. Let's move on.
The pictures were changed each week so that the patients would not have to look at the same ones week after week. When questioned afterwards, patients said that they felt less pain because the images helped take their mind off the treatment they were receiving. They also noted.
I hope you got the answer, because he was saying that when questioned afterwards, patients said that they felt less pain. So it's a good effect. Less pain. Less pain. Okay, it's a good effect. So now we are going to listen for question number 39 and 40. So the type of patient is hip replacement, elderly, maybe elderly people. Okay, so we're going to listen for the type of art and music and the other improvement for question number 40. Staff is a keyword. Okay, let's listen.
General improvements in their well-being. Finally, the last study analysed the treatment of a group of elderly patients who were in hospital to have a hip replacement operation, and so they needed to stay for around 10 to 14 days. The researchers played them 30-minute tracks of soothing classical music.
Okay, the researcher played them. He was saying that the researcher played them a 30-minute track of soothing classical music. So the answer would be classical music. Oh no, it's not working. Classical music. Or you can write also soothing classical music. Classical music. Okay, now we're going to listen for question number 40. Let's listen.
But not every day, and then monitored their progress using a questionnaire. When asked to rate how they felt both with and without music, the patients consistently stated that they felt less anxious on the days when they had the music playing. There was a second, unexpected but completely understandable result from the research. The staff liked the music so much that they said they too felt happier and that they would be less likely to leave the hospital for a job elsewhere.
Okay, I hope you got the answer already, because the person was saying that um, the staff liked the music so much that they said they they too felt happier. Okay, so the answer would be happier. HPPIER. Okay, so that's all about our part 4 and IELTS listening practice test 11. Okay, so let's submit it together and check how much we scored. Okay, today we got 9 out of 9. Let's check whether we got mistake or not. Oh, we have all got a mistake here. Close to public, but the answer will be close to the public. I think it's not a big mistake. It's I think it's also right answer. Okay. Let's check. Okay, we got a mistake only. So I don't think it's a mistake. Maybe it's a problem with their website or their what should I say? Their okay. By the way, but we got out of 9 out of 9. Then we're satisfied. Okay. So that's all about our today's lesson. Have a good day and see you in the next class. Okay.